I am very sure that you must have heard about Surya Arghyam. Surya Argh. It's a process of offering water to sun god. The process is not very well known by people as such. How to do it, how not to do it. But still, it's a popular remedy, right? Chandra Argh or offering water to moon god is also a process. Jyotish Pratyaksha Shastram Surya Chandrama Yatra Sakshina, right? Astrology is a visible science. Sun and moon are its witness. Sun and moon are Pratyaksha Devata, visible gods also. And because they are visible gods, the visible gods can be visibly appeased as well, right? So, Chandra Arghyam is also the thing. In fact, there are many particular remedies related to moon which can be done. Chandra Arghyam is one of that. What is the process of Arghyam? See, Arghyam can be given every day, but it's better to give it on a day when moon is visible. Particularly, you can also do it every Purnima to Purnima, that will be good. Or you say after Shukla Panchami up to Krishna Panchami, moon will be more or less visible. So throughout these days, Chandra Arghyam can be given. On other days, when moon is not visible in east or northeast direction, Chandra Arghyam can be given, right? Because for the worship of any deity, east and northeast is appreciated. So there, Chandra Arghyam can be given. Chandra Arghyam can be given with normal water also, but coconut water is best, right? So can be given with normal water or coconut water. Coconut water is good. The water is kept in a utensil and it is poured over another utensil while looking at moon. You have to make sure that the water does not fall on ground, or at least like when the water will fall, the water will, like reflect back from the object. So either it should not reflect back. So as in you take a flower pot, etc., in which you pour the water so that water does not reflect back on you, right? Or you give water in soil, etc., right? Where the water is kept somewhere around your navel or above it, right? The object is around your navel or above it, right? So it does not directly pour on the, right, on the feet or around the feet as such. So that way it is to be done. So you can keep a plate, you can keep a bowl, cup by the level of your navel. In that you can pour the water. You can pour the water in an empty flower pot, in a full flower pot, or in normal ground, or in rivers, etc. Also it can be done. In the case of river, you dip yourself in the river till the navel and you do it. The more natural setting, better it is, right? So the best one is to do it while standing in the river, because that's a natural setting, right? Flower pot, soil, etc. is another natural setting, so that's also good, right? So using that, it should be done. That's Chandra Arghyam. Basically, one should be standing for Chandra Arghyam, that one can do. Or there is a Virasana position also, right? Where one of your knee is kept on the ground, left knee particularly, and the right knee, right leg you have in squat position, right? That's Virasana, in the position of squatting, right? So like you must have seen the images of Hanuman, right? Seated, standing in the half seated, half standing kind of, half seated, half standing kind of position. This is best to give Arghyam. If you are not giving it in river, certainly this should not be done in a river, right? Otherwise you will drown. Common sense will prevail, right? So that's a best process to give. It can be given standing also, right? Should not be given while completely seated, right? Generally should not be given while completely seated. Though while doing Homa, etc., Surya Arghyam is given while seated also. But if Arghyam is the only process, then should not be done while seated. Generally, some exceptions can be to the case. So using water or coconut water, Arghyam should be given. The position for Arghyam also is clear. Now, what is the process of Arghyam? So technically, because you're doing it for moon, using the same method, modifications related to sun can also be done. But in the sun Arghyam, some other things are there. So in the evening, right? Like at the time of moonrise, Arghyam can be given, or when moon is visible, it can be given. Till that, up to midnight, anytime it can be given, right? So that depends on when you can give it. In fact, throughout the night, it can be given. That depends on you when you give it. But better to give it around 1 hour after, like till from the moonrise till 1 hour after moonrise is the best time to do. So one should first of all worship the deity, right? So you should have a temple, have a place where you will worship the deity, establish the idol photo of the deity. If you don't have idol, don't have photo, then because moon is representative of pearl, pearl can be worshipped directly or generally in a coin or in a betel nut. The deity is imagined and that is worshipped as a deity, right? So tilkam, etc., panchopachar worship, right? Tilkam, dhupam, deepam, pushpam, gandham, etc. is offered. I believe you know what is this, how to do the panchopachar puja. Small panchopachar pujan is done. Post that panchopachar pujan, mantra, etc. of the deity should be chanted. So basically, mantra of the deity, 108, 1008 names of the deity, stotras, etc. related to the deity should be chanted, right? So 108 names of moon, mantra of moon, stotra of moon should be chanted. Basically, 108 name first, mantra chanting after that, stotra chanting in the end should be the order. And while doing that, you will already keep a pot, already keep a glass or a cup filled with coconut water or normal water. And as you worship moon god, either in the coin, idol, image, pearl, whatever, along with that, you will also worship the spot as well, in which is the water or the object that you are going to offer in Chandra Arghyam in this particular thing. You keep it alongside the deity, a little bit in front. It's not deity, right? So should not be kept beside the deity. It's an offering for the deity, so little bit in the front. Like you have an idol, and in front of the idol you put the bhog item, right? You put the deepam, etc. So on the same category, right? Whatever is to be offered to the deity should be kept between you and deity. So there you will keep it, mantra chanting, chanting of stotras, etc. you will do, and after doing that, either you will stand from the place where you are doing the worship, will go to the place where you are able to see the moon, and looking at the moon, you will give the argyam, for which process I have already told you, and post doing it, standing there itself or being firm in the position that you are in, you will look at moon god, and once again, all the things related, like if mantra you should chant, right, or little bit stotras, looking at the deity should also be chanted, and after that little bit prayer should be done and the process is complete, right? So this is the process, that is the process of Chandra Arghyam that should be followed if done rigorously. If you do it on every Purnima, then in 2-3 years, right, generally 3 years, if you do it once every Purnima, or if you do it every day, then in 1 year great result come. But whenever I say great result, it is very much dependent on the horoscope of the individual. Generally, those who have a good planet, they will do remedy related to planet, well placed planet, they will do remedy related to planet, good results come quickly. If now if the planet is weak afflicted, then depending on the ratio of how much weak afflicted it is, based on that ratio, the result comes early or late depending on the case, as the case may be. So this is the process for Chandra Arghyam, I believe, which is very clear, which if you want to improve the results of your moon, you should absolutely do. Thank you.